How to find the IP address of a VM running on VMware, or other methods of using VM. I am running VMware Workstation on a Linux box. When I power on a CentOS, Linux, virtual machine, I cannot get mouse or keyboard control of the machine. I suspect that it has something to do with the error message. You do not have VMware tools installed in this guest. Choose install VMware tools from the VM menu. If I click on that menu option, it inserts a virtual CD with drivers etc. This does not help me since I don't have keyboard or mouse control over the machine. I was thinking that if I could figure out the IP address or hostname, I could use any number of protocols to get into the machine. SSH comes to mind. How can I get the IP address or hostname of this machine? Note, I did not create this machine. A coworker created it who is no longer with the company. Would save me a lot of time if I could get into the machine. I have login credentials, so that won't be a problem.
First go in the virtual machine settings. Then in the network section, click the advanced button and read the MAC address. Then in the console execute, ARP-A. Find the MAC address in the displayed list that you found in advanced setting of network adapter above, and the IP will be on the side of this particular MAC address. In this case the IP is 192.168.20.128.
Please check. If not, those input devices are connected to the guest OS as USB devices. Once disconnecting them, they should become accessible to the host OS, and therefore operational. On Linux the command is, or the rather obsolete. The equivalent command on Windows is. While the output looks about like that.
On Windows 7. Copy the MAC address to the clipboard, open C:\program data /VMware/net.leases in Notepad, search for the MAC address string.
I have the same problem. I typed command on Linux. IP address. But it shows something like 127.0.0.1, which not what I was looking for. I noticed that when I install Linux, CentOS, in VMware it did not set network configuration. So, I solved this problem by installing a new Linux VM again. During the installation there is a section to configure network like in the picture. When the installation is done I type IP address and I can see the IP.
There is a built-in VNC service in Workstation. I've not used it, but the config, below, would seem to suggest that you could enable it, and use your host's IP with a particular port with any of a number of VNC clients to gain control of your virtual machine.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.